Hey, it's Dan with Lawn Equipment. Today we're going to talk front snowblowers. Specifically today we're talking about the BX2816 Kubota front mount snowblower. This is universal with a couple different tractors. This goes on all BX models from our 1880, our 2380, our 2680, and our BX23S. It will also fit on your B2301 and your B2601. Primarily, you will see it on your BX tractor being the size, being just the 50-inch one on here. And we'll show you a little more in depth on it as we talk about it. It is a two-stage blower, and for this to be accessible to work, you actually have to have a mid-mount PTO. This comes with a front quick-hitch kit on it and a mid-mount PTO extension to make it work. We have to have our loader valve so we can hook up our hydraulic to make our propeller work. This is a two-stage, 50-inch wide snowblower. It weighs 313 pounds, has a bolt-in cutting edge and adjustable slides on the sides of it to adjust your height to make sure if you want to get all the way down to scrape, or if you want to have a little bit left on there so we're not wrecking our concrete, asphalt, or if we're on the gravel so we're not picking up any rocks. There are a couple other options for our chute and our deflector. We had a cab unit. They also have a setup to where we can have hydraulic rotate. You actually have a hydraulic deflector, or you can have electric deflector as well. Obviously in a cab, those would both be very beneficial. They'll all be push button or use on your loader valve, and we'll show that here in a little bit while how that all works for you. A dual stage snowblower means we have two operating parts in here. The auger goes into a casing here that leads back to the impeller. A shear bolt is in there in case we get something caught in there. It would break away that shear bolt so it wouldn't keep trying to bend and make our snowblower work when it should be working and damage it. The BX tractor comboed up with this snowblower combination is primary for homeowner use, but it's also good even if you have apartment complexes or other areas where you just want to use it on the sidewalk, get those all cleared off. Some frequently asked questions people are going to ask is if you can put the snowblower on your loader. You cannot, because we are a mid-mount PTO and we need to be hooked to our quick attach so our PTO can be hooked up with it. Also, we do have to take the loader off to attach our snowblower. Reason being is that we have to use valves to operate our snowblower, then the valves for the loader will not work because we can't run our loader on it. The front snowblower does cost a little bit more than a rear snowblower because of all our mid-mount PTO and our front connect to get it all hooked up. But great advantage, obviously we can use it as we're driving forward. We get into nice tight areas. You can just basically see what you're doing and not have to worry about all that neck strain trying to look back while you're doing it. Like I said, this is the 50-inch snowblower. It's a regular homeowner use. They actually have a 48 and a 55-inch commercial use. As a little bigger gearbox inside of it. That does come standard with a hydraulic chute rotate, and most people end up putting an electric deflector on it. Why you would use electric deflector over hydraulic deflector is in case you don't have a third function valve, you don't have to have one on to use it. The third function valve would use your hydraulic to use your chute deflector. Otherwise, it's just electric one. It's an easy button to just add on to your loader valve, and I'll show you where that is at in a little bit here. A couple other options we can get. We can also get a plastic cutter and plastic shoes as well for this. In case we have nice fresh driveway or expensive concrete driveway that we don't want to scratch up having the metal cutting edges or shoes on it. So we're going to start here with the manual deflect. Nice, easy, just two bolts here, hand. You can go down or up, nice and easy. Reason to have that is if obviously we're all the way down, our snow is not going to blow out quite as far. So if we're along a building or along cars, we want to make sure that it's not going to be blowing right on them or just not going out very far. Obviously, the higher up we go with this, easy to tighten up. Shoot it high and far away. So if we're along the driveway, we want to shoot out in the grass or out in the trees just to get it the heck away so it's not piling up along the edge of the driveway. So we're not going to fully take off the snowblower. We're going to kind of show you how to do it in some easy, simple steps here. If we come down here on the side, on the right-hand side of it, we have a kickstand to hold our loader down. Put that down. We put our pin in there. On each side of this, they have a pin here we pull out and we would lock in so it doesn't go back inside there. We undo our deflect. So this will pull out when we pull away from here. We'll put our pin back in when we're done. We come back down here and we have to unhook our PTO. This unhooks our spots where our PTO goes into our snowblower, so now we are free to go away. We hop back on our tractor, we'll use our loader valve, and we'll go down, which will take it out of these holders here, and we'll be free to go away. We can pull all the way out. Your quick-hitch will still be hooked up on your machine, but now you can put your loader on if you need to move some snow piles that you made out through your snow blowing. So again, on a dual stage blower, our snow blower is going to go forward in here. It's going to suck snow up into the inside and force it into the impeller. The impeller will spin and shoot it out or deflect. And obviously, whichever way we have our deflect going is where the snow is going to go out of there. Behind here is our shear pin in case, like I said, we get debris stuck in there. That will break so it won't put stress on all the gearing in case it gets bound up. There's a couple different grease spots along the side here to keep all our moving parts going. So when things get dried out from actually getting water on them, they'll keep spinning nice, loose, and freely for you. So the shoot rotate on the manual one is really nice and easy. All you have to do is obviously spin to your left, it's going to go left. You spin to your right, you go right. The pin that we showed earlier, you can actually adjust this so it goes out or in depending on your height or whatever's easiest for you, so it's not in your way as you're turning or trying to go around or using your loader valve to move your snowblower up or down. So we're going to show how to turn the snowblower on from our cockpit area. We have a couple different PTO options. We want to make sure we are on the mid-mount spot. That's obviously the spot's going to run our front snowblower from the mid. Next to it is our PTO on-off. And the back position on here is off. We go down and over to the left and it locks in, and now we are running. We want to make sure our RPMs are all the way up to our full PTO of 540. We go to shut it off, we can just push it back down and come back up. On the right hand side, we got a couple different things over here we're going to show you. The first simple things, obviously we have our gearing here on the BX, high and low depending how much snow we got. We have our 2-wheel drive, and we have our 4-wheel drive here as well. The main thing we'll be using over here is going to be our loader valve. So down as our snowblower goes down, back as it goes up. The best part with the BX is you go past all the way down, you put you into a float mode, which is very good when you're going across your driveway. It's going to help you so you're not catching a bunch of stuff. As we go from our snowblower / loader functions, we go up here right next to our steering wheel, which again has our shoot rotate, nice and easy next to it. So we have a lot of functions right here on our right hand side. So most times we're going to have our left hand on the steering wheel as we're snow blowing. We have our right hand free to be able to use the up, down, our rotate, and if we had the extra option, we could use our deflect as we're here as well. Thanks for watching today. That was Kubota's BX2816 front snowblower on the BX2680 tractor. Make sure you go to Lano's social media websites to subscribe.